Welcome to News Geelong, and yes, from our great city of Geelong, we bring you another program about some of the positives that are happening in our great city. And today we're at City Hall, and we're a guest of the City of Greater Geelong Mayor, Councillor John Mitchell, because we have some very important visitors from a city in China, Tianjin, and that is a sister city of Melbourne, but they are over here on a 12-week program. And they're into their 40th day of those 12 weeks, a leadership type program, as we're joined by the Deputy Leader of the District Government of Tianjin, Madam Hua, and also Interpreter Vivian. Welcome to Geelong, Madam Hua.
Very nice to meet you.
Beautiful. And Vivian, how long has Madam Hua and the contingent been over from China, and what is their purpose?
想问一下，你们来到墨尔本多久了？你们要来的目的是什么呢？
我们来到墨尔本已经40天了，那么我们这整个的行程安排呢还有40天。我们来的主要目的呢，就是在 RMT 大学呢进行学习、沟通，和澳大利亚人民呢进行交流。
We have already been in Melbourne for 40 days. We still have another 40 days to go in our training program. This training program was organized by RMIT University, and the main purpose of the training program is to provide us an opportunity to learn more about Australia and to have an exchange, cultural exchange with Australian people.
Now, Vivian, we were speaking earlier, Tianjin is about the 27th largest city in China, has a population near 12 million. You might like to explain to our viewers just how the Tianjin is structured within the Chinese Republic.
我们了解到呢，这个天津呢，它是中国的一个大城市，而且呢，人口单天津的人口呢就1200万的这个人口。那想问一下，究竟天津实际在中国的地位呢是属于怎么样呢？这实际的情况是怎么样的？一个怎么样规模的城市呢？
天津啊是中国4大直辖市之一，就像刚才您说的，有1200万的人口。那么天津的发展很快，尤其是最近几年，它作为天津经济增长的第3级，也就是说我们从珠海，然后到浦东，上海的浦东，然后现在是天津的滨海新区，发展非常快，是中国经济的重要增长极。
That's right, and Tianjin is one of the 4 major cities in China. By saying that, 4 major cities means these cities do not belong to any provinces, and they are, because of their significance, so they are on their own. So they are on the provincial level. The Tianjin government is at the provincial level of government. Tianjin is also one of the economic developing area in China, apart from Shanghai, apart from Guangdong province. So Tianjin now has become one of the major economic zone in China.
The leader of a Chinese contingent of some 14 people on a leadership program at the RMIT in Melbourne today on a visit to our city of Geelong. Madam Hua, thank you very much for your time. And we hope that you have a wonderful visit to Melbourne and Geelong and a safe journey home.
祝你们在墨尔本在 Geelong 的旅途愉快，也希望大家回国一路顺风安全。
非常感谢，也希望天津和吉朗市能够建立更多的联系和沟通。那么呢，我们也非常欢迎，各位呢能够到天津，到中国。谢谢。
Thank you very much, and I hope that in the future our 2 cities, Geelong and Tianjin, will develop a deeper relationship between us. And I also hope people here today will have an opportunity to visit China and Tianjin in the future.
Continued international developments at the city of Greater Geelong with our visitors from Tianjin, from the People's Republic of China. At the City Council chambers here in the city of Greater Geelong, we're joined by, yes, our happy smiling Mayor, life member of the Tommy Tigers, Councillor John Mitchell. How are you, John?
Good, Rollo. Yourself?
Absolutely outstanding, and another great visitation this morning by some 14 people headed up by Madam Hua from the sister city for Melbourne, but they've come down to Geelong today, Tianjin.
Yeah, Tianjin, Geelong has got a bit of a link with Tianjin. We've been over there the last couple of years, and look, it's great to have the opportunity to host this delegation from Tianjin. It's very important for our city, very important for Melbourne, obviously, but everything's going well, and we're down here they're down here, and hopefully we can learn. We will be able to learn something from them, but hopefully they'll be able to learn a little bit from us as well.
Well, Geelong has our sister city over there in China, in Liangong.
Yep, Liangong.
And as you pointed out when you were addressing the delegation this morning, China is becoming very important, not only to Geelong and Australia, but internationally.
Oh, look, globally, well, you've only got to look at the global financial crisis. China's probably the strongest economy of all at the minute. Anyone with the amount of people that they've got in it, we need to be in places like China and India and through Europe and places like that, so that we can push our city to the forefront. There's a lot of investment, there's a lot of money overseas, and we're trying to re-stimulate our economy, and that's one of the ways of doing it.
And on a lighter note, viewers, it was interesting in talking to Madame Hua. She pointed out through her interpreter that they were on a visitation down around the Great Ocean Road, which is part of course, starts here in the city of Greater Geelong. And they had a toilet stop at Skilled Stadium. And who should they bump into but Gary Ablett Jr. And Gary Ablett Jr. was very, very friendly, and they all had their photographs taken with him. And Vivian, their interpreter, said that it was wonderful to see and meet him, but he didn't have any hair.
No, well, that's a bit of a problem here in Geelong. All the good-looking blokes in Geelong don't have hair. But look, I could have taken them out to the Tommy Tigers and introduced them to Timmy Gardner or someone like that. Would have been just as a bigger thing for them, I'm sure. But no, they went to the football at the MCG on Saturday night and saw Collingwood and Hawthorn, and they were all very, very impressed with our well, I would suggest the best game in the world, Australian rules football.
And also probably one of the best stadiums in the world.
Yes, it is probably the best stadium in the world, I would suggest.
I was a bit frightened if you was going to say Godfrey Street Thompson for a minute. But no.
We are working on it.
Now, Madame Hua is, in traditional fashion, has exchanged gifts with you, and you'd have to explain to our viewers what you have been on the receiving end of this morning from the Chinese delegation from Tianjin.
Well, what I have here is, look, I might not get the pronunciation correct, a hulus, but it is a Chinese didgeridoo. It has been hollowed out of a vegetable, and I got a couple of quick lessons on how to play it, and I don't know whether I'm any good at it, Rollo, but I'm sure happy to give it a go, I'd suggest.
Well, hold it up for the camera. Let them have a look at the front. The beautiful engraving on the front there, and the bamboo recording sticks out the front. Ladies and gentlemen, the Mayor of the great city of Greater Geelong, Councillor John Mitchell, on the hulasi from China.
Look, Rollo, probably no other mayor in Australia would do this, but being the Mayor of Geelong, you've got to do some things, and I'm sure I'll give it a crack. All right, here we go. How was that?
The hulasi from the city of Greater Geelong, Mayor Councillor John Mitchell. And John, look, on behalf of News Geelong and Guest Media, we'd like to present to you this morning yet another gift, a DVD of your beloved Thomson Tigers and their great victory over Bellpost Hill as they've moved to the top of the Geelong and District Football League ladder.
Ah, yes, it was a great victory out there at the Hill. Not a great day, but a great victory. Hopefully we have another one at the Battle of the Roundabout on Saturday. So if anyone's out there and you want to see a good game of local football, it'll be probably pretty fierce, but you would just go over to Richmond Crescent and watch Thomson versus East Geelong. Actually, a little bit aside to that, East Geelong many years ago changed their name to Eastern Suburbs so they could gobble the Thomson Tigers up. But I can tell you right here and now, the Thomson Tigers have won several premierships and East haven't won any. Thank you.
Spoken and authorised by the Mayor of the City of Greater Geelong and life member out at the Thomson Football Club, Councillor John Mitchell, as we go to a break on News Geelong.